Welcome to Yellowstone!
Woo-woo!
We made it, and we're coming from Montana, so we're starting at the north end today, and we're very excited to be here. This is actually our second visit to Yellowstone. We came last year for Aaron's birthday in October, and now it's July, so we're getting a little bit of a different season, and we're really excited to explore. We have less time than we did last year. Last year we spent 5 days here, and this time I think we're only spending 2 days. So we're gonna hit the highlights and bring you with us, and then probably give you some recommendations of places we didn't make it to this time.
Let's do it!
Let's go! Woo-hoo! Bye! See you later! Bye! Trails here and boardwalks, all that, are not dog friendly. So what we do at national parks is take turns. It is also kind of nice because it gives us a little space since we live together in the van 24/7. So I'm gonna go explore Mammoth Hot Springs first, and then he'll switch after. So at Mammoth Hot Springs, this is Pallet Springs, and this is one of my favorite parts of the park. I just think it's so unique, so beautiful, and I love it. Close to the top, kind of on the upper terrace by Canary Springs, and then I have to make my way down, but it is hot today. And I remember that one of the stores down has ice cream, so I'm gonna get that right now. Bailey, hi sweetie! So they didn't have the huckleberry ice cream that they had last time, but I did see a root beer float, and I love root beer. And I'm really thirsty, so I figure I'll get some soda with my ice cream. So I got a root beer float. Pretty tasty. So that was a pretty good root beer float.
Yeah, and hope you guys enjoyed that little adventure with Liana to Mammoth Hot Springs. But we're gonna keep moving on. So the park roads form a figure 8, and each loop of the 8, you'll need at least 1 day to do the touring and stuff.
But it's better if you have more, because there's so much to see, and you can even stop to just watch wildlife for a while. I would take as many days as you can here. Last year we did 5 days, but this year we're gonna try to do it in 2, and we're gonna skip some parts.
What we're gonna do now is we're gonna actually head east. So our plan is to do essentially like a backward S throughout the park. So it should be cool. And yeah, I guess our next stop is probably some falls, which will be cool.
Let's go!
Like Liana mentioned, she did give me a haircut, and I figured I'd try something a little crazier just because we aren't working, or you know, we don't need to look super professional at this point. So we just got to the Canyon Village. We're having a bite to eat. We're not even at a campground, and look at the position Liana is assuming over here.
I'm tired. It's been a day already.
Yeah, it has been a long day, but yeah, we're having some leftover pasta salad, and then since we were lacking protein, we just put some salami in it, so it should be good. We are back in action, and first off, after our lunch break, we are heading to the brink of the upper falls, not to be confused with the brink of the lower falls on the north rim. So it'll be cool to check out the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. It's definitely a major attraction. You should definitely visit, and you could probably spend a whole day here if you wanted, but we don't have that time, so.
Just the highlight.
Just the highlight.
Go get 'em.
All right.
Go get the shot.
You know me, I'm a go-getter.
Insert funny sound effect. traffic jam.
Yeah, traffic jams in the middle of nowhere usually means wildlife.
So we're keeping our eyes out, but we haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, but so far we've seen one bison total, which is crazy because it seems like way less than last time we were here, where there was like herds of hundreds of them.
Yeah, and we saw 2 elk only.
So hopefully this is something spectacular, but I have a feeling it's gonna be like an elk
or like one bison. One bison.
Yeah.
We made it to the stinky side of the park.
Yeah, so we are on the west side of the park now, of the figure 8, and this is where all the hot springs and the geysers are.
The most geothermal activity.
Yeah, so we just made it to Norris. Leon's gonna do part of the basin, and I'm gonna do the other part, so then we get like a complete look.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the things we do for you guys. Just kidding, but let's go. Yellowstone's probably one of the most unique national parks. I don't know many other places in this world where you have this density of geysers and hot springs and just basins in general. But it's pretty cool to see all of this. I think the first thing that you get is the smell. It's very high concentration with all that sulfur and all that just boiling off water and whatnot. But it's pretty cool. Like, look how colorful all that is. I think that's due to some sort of bacteria that can survive in that temperature. It just looks like a wasteland. Sure smells like it. I'm actually really surprised that there's not that many people out here and it's the middle of summer. I feel like last time we were here was in fall of 2024 and there's way more people, and that's not even summer break for kids and stuff. But I guess it is a Thursday and like 6 p.m. so it's time for me to head back so Liana can go, because we still have to figure out where we're sleeping tonight.
It is my turn and we are going to do the back basin. Love a good boardwalk. Okay, truly, this is why Yellowstone is one of my favorite parks, if not my favorite national park. It's just so diverse. Like, what you can see in a day is crazy. From the hot springs, the geyser basins, waterfalls, Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. There's so much beauty, the wildlife. I just love this park so much. Like, if you have not been here, you need to add it to your list and get yourself here. Hi, boys! This is going to sound like a shake first. Too excited. Next stop, where are we going?
So, it's super bright, but next up, we're just gonna go to camp. We're originally gonna make a couple more stops, but it's a little late and we need to find our campsite. So, we're gonna be going towards West Yellowstone to find a dispersed campsite.
Woo woo! And we haven't driven out there before, and we heard it's a pretty drive, so.
Should be nice.
Made it to camp. What a long day.
Yes, it was a very long day and we're happy to be at camp. It's actually really nice that there's dispersed camping right outside of West Yellowstone, and it wasn't really hard to get to either, which is great. But it's dinner time and we suspect that we're gonna have another long day tomorrow, so we're trying to fuel up with carbs and protein. So Liana made some pasta with tomatoes yesterday and I'm just topping it with some chicken. Delicious.
Nice, let's dig in.
Yeah.
Yum yum.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So it is nice and early and the parking lot is more or less open, but we are at Midway Basin, which is home of the Grand Prismatic, which you've all probably seen pictures of. So this is our first activity for the day. I'm gonna do the boardwalks. I'll come back, release Liana to do the Overlook, which actually might be better than the boardwalks. We'll see. I'm definitely feeling more energetic than I was yesterday, so today should be a really good day. It's nice to be at this basin. It's just so colorful and lots of clear blue waters and all that good stuff. But I will say the lighting's a little harsh right now, so you're getting a lot of glare off the water, as well as I think since it's morning and the temperature's cold and the dew point is low, there's kind of steam everywhere. So we're kind of getting very steamy bits. You can't really see too far into the springs, but still pretty neat. So Grand Prismatic is right behind me, and as you can see, it's not like that good looking right now. I feel like, going back to what I said earlier, I feel like you want the temperatures from the middle of the day, but you don't want the sun from the middle of the day. So you kind of got to find like the perfect variables where maybe it's overcast and a warm day, or dawn dusk on a hot day.
All right, it is my turn to hike. We moved over to the Fairy Falls trailhead and it is very busy, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of a different look. We're gonna go to the Grand Prismatic Overlook. So this is actually debatably a bit better to get a nice view of all the colors in Grand Prismatic. So let's go. So the trail has mostly been very easy and flat, but we're getting close to Grand Prismatic now. So the trail kind of veers left and starts going uphill, so you should get a nice view. So you do get a beautiful view at the top, and you can see how colorful Grand Prismatic is. It's really cool to see all the steam coming off of it too, but it is very crowded, so it's one of those spots that you just spend a couple minutes at and then keep moving on. And it is getting harder and harder to see kind of the full view because there are a bunch of trees coming up, which is great for nature, but not so great for the viewpoint. So there's like one little spot you can get a good shot at. Feels like it's gonna be another very hot day. It's only 9:30 and it's already feeling really toasty. So not like the best weather to go see hot springs and geysers because they're all steaming and hot as well. Maybe don't recommend July as the best month to visit. It was very nice when we came in October last year. So maybe a fall trip.
So we just parked at the Old Faithful parking lot, and there was actually a lot more parking there than we expected. But we just checked the geyser times, and it looks like Old Faithful is about to go off soon, so let's go check it out. Pretty cool.
Lunchtime!
Yep, we got some turkey sandwiches with some spinach.
I do feel like we got a little spoiled with all of the lake hikes that we were doing, because on hot days like this, or really any day, it just felt so good to jump in a lake at the end of the hike, and instead we're hiking around hot springs and it's just steamy, so it's not quite the same feeling, but I'm excited for when we go to the Tetons, we'll have more lake hikes. So Aaron and I have been so low energy the whole day, but I'm trying to snap out of it. I'm fueled up, had a good sandwich for lunch, got some water, checked out the visitor center, and now I'm gonna try to do the Upper Geyser Basin and Old Faithful Observation Point Loop, which is just about 5 miles. So I don't know if I have the energy for it, but we're gonna try it and see how it goes. So one nice thing about the observation point part of the loop is that a lot of it is in like this forested area, so you actually do get some shade, which is very different from the boardwalk in the upper Geyser Basin. So enjoying the little bit of shade that I'm getting on this portion of the trail before getting out into fully uncovered sun. So I made it to the observation point, and I don't think I timed it very well. I just looked up the next estimated eruption time, and it's like 20 to 40 minutes from right now. So I'm gonna keep it moving, otherwise I might be waiting up here all day. We never made it down this far last year, so it is pretty fun to explore, but it's so cool just to see all these different geysers and springs and all the different colors. So cool. Out of all the geysers, I really liked the Grotto Geyser and Rocket Geyser because as I was walking by both ways, it was erupting the whole time. Not massive eruptions, but still pretty sizable, and I could have just sat there watching them for hours, but we're continuing it on and heading on back. This is so crazy. We didn't know where all the bison were, and we found them. And we're also talking about how we're seeing all these baby animals since it's kind of earlier on in the year, and we got to see baby mountain goats earlier, baby bears, and now we've seen baby bison, which we hadn't seen before, which is so cool. There's like hundreds of them as far down as you can see that way, all the way down that way.
Turns out they're all in the Tetons.
Yeah.
We just drove down to the Tetons, but man, how about that wildlife?
I know, that was so cool. We were wondering where all the animals were in Yellowstone, because last year we saw like thousands of bison, and this time we saw like 2 bison.
Yeah, we were counting them, and yeah, it was like just a few of them. But it's cool to see them, finally. It seems like they all migrated out here. But we just made it to our campsite, and we're staying to the east of Grand Teton National Park. And it's quite busy. We showed up at like 7 p.m. and there was double, tripled up campsites. It's a designated dispersed camping area. So.
And it's still in the Bridger Teton National Forest.
Yes, but I'm glad we found a spot. It seems like our neighbors were accepting of us because they didn't tell us to leave. But we're cooking dinner now. We are planning to do some hikes tomorrow. For dinner tonight, we're doing a red sauce and spinach pasta. And we've definitely grown to like these little pastas as opposed to noodles like spaghetti, angel hair, any of that stuff, because they are more splash resistant. So, should be good.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig in. Alright folks, it is Betty time in the Cocoa residence. So as it stands right now, we both are feeling a little under the weather. I think we might be catching colds, but we have tried to remedy it by taking some supplements. So we're going to see how we feel in the morning, but right now the plan is still to do a longer hike and should be nice. So we'll see.
We'll see. Good night.
Good night. Good morning! So it is 7 a.m. and we just got to the Looping Meadows trailhead. It's got one of the most popular hikes here, which is the one to Delta Lake, which is the one I'm going to be doing today. The parking is pretty full. It's not too bad right now, but I expect like maybe in 30 minutes it'll be completely full. And for reference, it is midsummer on a Saturday. We're making some breakfast and then we'll hit the trail. Should be fun.
We're gonna go back to bed. Oh no.
Today we're hiking to Delta Lake via the Looping Meadows Trail. It'll be about 7.4 miles with, I believe, 2,300 feet gain. So it's a little steep, but shouldn't be too bad today. Last time we were here, we were with family, and they're not like super outdoorsy, so we're kind of just hanging out doing overlook kind of stuff. So it'll be nice to get on some trails, and I'm really excited for this one. So that's cool. Haven't seen a bear on a trail in a very long time, but it's a little black bear. It's cute. But now starts the fun part, which is the last half mile of this is a scramble. It's actually not maintained by the NPS, which is interesting because, like I mentioned earlier, this is one of the most popular trails. So let's see how it goes. It's definitely not super clear where I'm supposed to be going. There's a bunch of little side trails everywhere, but we're going up, and I hope the right direction. This is exhausting, guys, but check out that view. We're definitely gaining more elevation than we are moving forward, if that makes sense. So if we move a foot forward, let's say we move 2 feet up or something like that. It's crazy. Oh, that last bit was grueling. It's definitely super steep, but there's a little sneak peek of the lake. Let's take a dip. Looks real nice. Definitely not warm in there, but definitely feels good right now. Time to head back down, but that was so beautiful. The mountains, the snow, the nice water. I saw some fish in there too, but this way down is a little sketchy because it is steep. It's probably sketchier than going up, but at least I can go down here with a smile on my face, fully refreshed, passing by all the other people who have to still go up. So we're gonna make it back down briskly, get back to Liana. That was a good hike. And I can't believe we saw some bears too, which is pretty cool. But our next stop is a general store because we have very little food in here and we need to pick up some stuff for lunch. So let's do it. What's a moose?
Oh my god.
And a moose baby should
Oh
pull
my
over.
gosh, yes, 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 yes. We saw a moose!
I know, finally, after like a year on the road.
I know, and a baby one! Oh my god.
Yeah, that was so cute. We stayed for like 20 minutes just taking pictures of them. It's adorable.
Yeah. This is my favorite time of year with all the baby animals. It's so cute.
Yeah, we've been wanting to see all the babies, and we finally saw a moose and its baby. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Do. Look at this beautiful sandwich. All ingredients farm fresh from the grocery store. We landed at Teton Point Turnout. It's pretty sweet. And I'm no genius, but I think those are the Tetons right there.
Yeah, that is a nice lunch view to have.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Look how beautiful this is.
Alright, let's dig in. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, I know, I'm starving. So we just left that little lookout area, and we spent some time there. It was really beautiful. But we finally made it to our campsite. As you can see, we're a little tired. I think
Still a little under the weather.
Yeah, but we have gotten enough energy to make dinner. So I reheated some leftovers. And it looks pretty good. I feel like I mastered the art of pan toast. And it's definitely coming out way better than before. So I decided to make some little garlic breads with the sourdough and then our leftover spaghetti.
Nice. Thank you. Let's dig in. Good morning. So even though we got to the trailhead parking lot very early today, I didn't end up getting on the trail until 8:30. And today I'm doing the Taggart Lake and Bradley Lake loop. which is about 6 miles. So not the biggest hike ever, but certainly not a small one. So far it's been beautiful. It's just hard to beat the beauty of the Tetons. They're pretty impressive. I'm about a quarter mile into the trail and perfect setup of what I like. I have a couple hiking a little bit in front of me and a couple groups hiking behind me, so not alone on the trail. Talking to you guys because I have no one else to talk to, but it seems like I saw Russell in the bushes, but it seems like most people just hike to Taggart Lake and less people actually go to Bradley Lake. It's a little bit further of a trail, but this section has been really quiet. I haven't seen anyone in a while, so you guys are who I'm talking to, so the bears are aware that I'm walking through here. The view is incredible with the lake reflection. I'm gonna go a little bit down to see if I can get a nice spot to swim in. Well, that was so refreshing, and I made some friends at the lake as well. Something about being by yourself doing a lake dip, you make friends. I met a whole family, took some pictures for them and another couple. Everyone's so nice when you're hiking by yourself. But that was a really nice, refreshing stop at Bradley Lake. Next up, we're going to Taggart Lake. So Taggart Lake is big and beautiful. So many different beach areas that you can pull off to, and it is very much more crowded than Bradley Lake was. Which makes sense, it's bigger, it's closer, but a little bit less peaceful. You have a lot more people talking and yelling and laughing. So do with that what you will. Alright, I am just about back. And this last section of the loop was very, very quiet. I think most people stay on kind of the shorter direct trail to Taggart Lake and they don't do the extended loop. So if you want some peace and quiet, I'd recommend it. Otherwise, I do think the direct loop was a little bit more scenic, but if you do like a change of scenery, it was nice to kind of have some of the trail to myself. Time to get back to Aaron, and I am starving, so time to have some lunch. It's dinner time!
Yes, so we are back at camp now, and it's been a long day, even though it wasn't that long. We're just a little tired.
It was long for me. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, we got dinner.
Yum!
Green beans, huevos, corned beef hash with some rice. Looks pretty good. I'm actually really excited for this. So.
Me too.
Yeah.
Let's dig in.
Let's do it.
Good morning, or actually good afternoon.
Yeah.
It has been a chore day for us today, and we did stop at some overlooks as well, but we just did some grocery shopping and got some grocery store sushi.
Yeah, this came straight from the ocean just an hour ago.
So hopefully we don't get sick. I was feeling more confident with the cooked one, but Aaron also got a raw one.
I mean, we're feeling dangerous.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes.
We'll update you later.
Not yet. Cheers.
So we were planning on doing laundry today as well as exploring Jackson, like in the town, but it is so hot and we want to try and secure a nice camp spot. I don't know if that's possible. It's already 3 p.m. So we're gonna go find a camp spot and come back for all the other things later.
Yeah, see what we can find.
Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh! I can't believe we got got this spot.
I know.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, park and then we'll talk. So we absolutely made the right call coming here to find a camp spot because da-da-da-da!
We got the primo spot here.
We did. We came here last year and this spot was always taken. I thought there was no chance that we'd get this spot. And when we drove up, I literally could not believe it. I was like, oh my god, this isn't real.
Yeah, on our way in, pretty much every site before this one was taken. So our hopes were way down.
I was thinking we were gonna have to ask someone to share a site with them, and it would definitely not be the primo spot. And look at that! You can see the Tetons back there, and I'm so excited. We'll definitely be camping here for a few days, so forget about laundry. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is awesome. So excited to be back in this Jackson, Wyoming area because my favorite coffee is here. So we finally picked it up, and it's been like almost a year since we've had it. And you know, you gotta pick it up when you're in these areas. So we picked up the Snake River Roasting Co., the Rome blend, and since we're already here, I figured I'd try something else different. And I don't usually buy 2 bags of coffee, but you know, when you think you like something, you just double down on it. So I also picked up the Yellowstone blend, which has a nice little packaging, but everything is so trendy. I like all the little designs on the bag, even the little retail bag that they put these 2 bags of coffee in. It was pretty cute. So let's make some coffee.
Thank you.
And with that, we're gonna close out our video here. We had so much fun in Yellowstone and the Tetons, and even though we only spent like a week there, it was totally worth coming back for. Definitely one of the perks about van life is that you can kind of just, you know, figure out your own path and go with whatever feels right.
Yeah, I'm so glad we ended up making it there a second time. It was so beautiful and so worth it. And next up we're going to South Dakota, which we've never been to before, so it'll be a new state for us and we're really excited.
Yeah, Coco hasn't made it that far east yet, so it'll be a brand new experience for all of us.
Including Bailey.
Yeah.
She's very excited.
I know, she's just giving kisses.
But thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, any of that good stuff, leave them below in the comments. And if you want to follow along with us and continue the adventure, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
How about you?